Surprise! That's right, everyone. Last night I was on season 17 of American Ninja Warrior in the third qualifier, and that was definitely something that I will never ever forget. However, I'm sure you guys have a lot of questions about how the heck this happened, so this is what this video is. Why didn't I tell anyone? I'm gonna be completely honest, I thought it would just be hilarious if I just showed up on screen, and even though I was fast forwarded, I showed up on screen, so that was cool. I also knew that, like, in terms of the community, that Phil and Ethan, who are two very well-liked members of the community, would be in this episode as well, so people would be watching for them. I thought it'd be hilarious if I was just that random cameo. There were some people who knew, but I try not to tell everyone, because I wanted it to be a surprise. Surprise! Walk us through your run. On the quad steps, I knew I could have done the 3-step approach because I had practiced those distances on steps like that very similarly to how it was set up on the show, but I was so nervous that I decided I'm going to catch the quad steps and just crouch on them like a little baby. Then on lunatic ledges, I had spoken with Jay Lewis about how to approach that obstacle because he had done it in the past, but this first ledge swung on a completely different axis compared to previous seasons, to the point where I overshot the transition to the second ledge and I almost ate it, which made the get up and turn around difficult, and then I had to jump and I nearly lost it. So already, I was just not having the greatest run. But the save really helped my confidence. In fact, that save helped my confidence too much because the adrenaline really did spike as soon as I saved myself. I literally do like a giant shout. I'm super amped. I'm all hyped up, and it's so crazy to actually be there in the moment, like looking at the obstacles and doing them. It's a completely different feeling. The problem is, because I was so mentally imbalanced with the adrenaline and the nerves all mixing together, I did not look where I was stepping on Log Runner, and I just fell. And for those of you who know me, I'm really good at balance and agility obstacles. This was a horrible way to go out, but I did start to feel a lot better as the night went on. I saw a lot more people struggling. A lot of people had some really shocking falls in my episode, and it was just like, wow, okay. It put things into perspective in a way that made me feel a lot better about my fall. But boy, was there were tears. There were definitely tears. Why did I change my name to Hurricane? It's quite simple. Kane Casillas is his own man, and while I love Kane Casillas, I'm not him. Hurricane was the nickname I was given in my cross-country and track days because I was running so fast you could feel the wind, and I thought it was really cool to kind of bring that over to the show. So we rolled with Hurricane, and Sasha designed these shirts, and they look gorgeous. Am I in any other episodes of this season? Yes. Kind of. So I was on Phil and Ethan's sidelines, and as you guys saw in last night's episode, they both hit buzzers in qualifying, so I was on their sidelines for the semifinals. I was also on another ninja's sideline, James McGrath, which was insane to me because he was always my favorite ninja growing up watching A&W, at least after the Levi Muhlenberg days, and it was so surreal to actually be following him as he ran, you know? I don't remember if James was in episode 3 with us or if he's in episode 6, which is the next episode that uses the same qualifier course, but I'm on his sideline, so if he's shown, I'm probably there. And I will definitely be on the sidelines of Phil and Ethan in episode 9, which is the third semi-final episode. But there's someone else who actually is going to have more screen time than me probably, and that's Sasha. Sasha ended up sitting in the spectator area the night of semifinals, so the third semifinal, episode 9. You'll see her in the background on the back half of the course quite a bit. She's actually in the background for a lot of the sideline interviews that Zuri does, and a lot of the athlete celebrations on the sideline that we end up seeing in pass and go moments. So you might catch Sasha in like 10 to 12 blink and you'll miss it moments, which is insane. You guys, I was on A&W. That's crazy. What else can I tell you about my run? I'm gonna keep it as spoiler-free as possible about things that did happen and could have happened but did not. Number 1, on my sideline was my wife, my parents, my siblings, James McGrath, and Ethan Gardulski. Philip Scott and Enzo Di Ferrari Wilson both wanted to be on my sideline, but they just couldn't make it due to their own reasons. But they both were going to be there, so shout out them for being homies. The leis that I wore to the starting line were actually from my home island of Kauai, made by my old cross-country coach. So thank you, Ms. Purcell. Very, very appreciative of that. It was great to bring a piece of home to A&W. The water's cold. It's really cold. It was about 95 degrees when I ran, and it was about 8 p.m. in Vegas. I was the 6th runner out of 80 people to run that night. And it was pretty hot. I wasn't sweating, but it was kind of sticky a little bit. And when I landed in the water, my entire body temperature just went like ice cold. Oh, and I did get to keep the towel that I got when I fell. So there's that. I got a souvenir, I guess. Also, here's my number. Episode 3. Runner number 6, so 306, and I'm gonna get this framed now, but I have a ninja bib, like, officially. That's literally insane, like, one of the craziest things. It's not a Sasuke bib, you know, but this is still really cool, and I am never ever letting this get damaged. And of course, the question that I'm sure some of you are asking, did I record anything else about my time on A&W? And the answer is, of course I did. However, I was told that I'm not allowed to show any crazy behind the scenes anything or any direct spoilers of things until the season has ended. And so you can expect that around September, it's gonna be a full A&W vlog / video film thing. There are some things that I was not allowed to record. I was not allowed to record other people's runs. I was not allowed to record things while I was in the audience, and I honored that. I don't want to break any rules and get myself in trouble. I want to put this video out for you to see. But hanging out in the warm-up area, hanging out in the food area on set, hanging out at the hotel, training for the show, a lot of things. It's going to be a very long video, to say the least. This video is going to start with me applying for the show, then it's going to be like my final submission video, getting the call, training, flying, everything else. So many people are in this, and so many things happen in the span of that month that it happened, that it's going to be a long video. And I'm really excited for you guys to see it, because I've really been working hard on it for the last year now. At the end of the day, I am still kind of that little kid that just wants to play on obstacles and be on TV. And I got to actually do that. And yeah, my run only lasted about 45 seconds, and that's definitely a bummer. But, I mean, come on. If I told myself this like even a year ago, or 2 years ago, or 5 years ago, past me would not believe me. So I just want to thank you all, because you guys have genuinely been hyping me up since I started YouTube. Without your support, I really would not feel the confidence to come out here and to say, I'm going to train for Ninja and I'm going to apply for the show. And it's so insane that this is where we are. I also want to thank my family big time for flying out to support me. Obviously, Sasha was always going to come, but she actually stopped a trip short by a couple of days so she could come out and watch me run. My parents flew out from Hawaii as well, and my siblings flew from the colleges that they're attending. They skipped out on some classes to see me do this, and I love you guys. Seriously, thank you so much. I also want to thank my family back home, because they were one of the Zoom calls. My friends and family, classmates, cousins, aunties, uncles, all of them were there watching, cheering me on, and it was truly amazing. My other Zoom call went to the Hone family, who owns Level Up, Chad and Jennifer Hone. Literally, without them, I would not be where I am right now. Like, everything I've learned in Ninja is from Chad. He has been one of the best coaches I could ask for, and his sons have been some of the greatest training partners ever for me. And, you know, it was just great to be able to bring a little piece of home on one Zoom call and a piece of my Ninja family on another Zoom call together, and they all got to watch my run. It was really special. There's a lot more shout outs I want to give, and that's why I'm going to put them in the credits of the video in September. So be ready for that. This is going to be huge. It literally is going to feel like a movie in a way. It's going to be insane. And thank you to my cousin Julia for taking care of Calypso while we were gone. Am I applying again? You bet I am. I have some unfinished business with the course now, and when I say that I fell on the obstacle I expected to fall on the least, I mean it. I genuinely thought that I had a bigger chance of failing the quad steps because of nerves than the log runner. because I'm that good at agility obstacles. And I genuinely think that I had a pretty good shot at beating the rest of that qualifying course. So I'm definitely hoping to come back with a vengeance. Hopefully when I apply for season 18, if it's confirmed, they bring me back, because I'd love to come back, represent, and hit a buzzer. I mean, that's the goal, right? That's the dream for all of us. I've been telling you guys since the funeral of Kane Casillas that big things were coming this year. This is the biggest thing, but there are still more things to come as a result of this. So be excited, be sure to subscribe. Thank you guys again for all of your support throughout these years. We made it. Now let's make it even further. I'm super, super hyped. Thank you again to everyone at A&W for the opportunity, and to all of my friends and family for all the love and support that you guys have given me. I can't wait to make y'all prouder next season. Yeah, take care.